Everybody doing tonight? Let's get right into it. I think that recently my dog was sexually assaulted. We took him to a doggy daycare place, and it was the first time. He's a puppy. He's a little bitty dog. It's a big dog. It's an Alaskan Husky, chocolate lab. Bent him down. Little black dog tried to mount him. People at the doggy daycare told me they're just playing. But when the black dog tried to mount him, I seen a little pink thing, and I was like, that don't look like play. That looks like you guys are some Bolivian canine sex traffickers, and you're trying to tell me that my dog's playing when he's really being raped. And so when we picked the dog up, the dog was he was a little lethargic, and usually we come in the house, he wags his tail, he walks right up to you. The dog backed up to me, and he was shaking his butt like that, and his tail wasn't wagging, so I think they broke him. It was really bad. He peed in the house, he was lethargic, he didn't want to go outside, and those are all symptoms of canine sexual assault. And I read that in a report that I'm going to lie about the next time I tell this story. But, so that was the first time we took our dog to the doggy daycare place. Last week we went on a cruise, and we learned nothing, obviously, from the first time, so we took him back to the same place. But this time for an entire week. And now the dog has an eye infection, so basically what I found out is that dogs finish up just like porn stars. It's a bad situation, especially for a puppy. He's only 4 months old, and I don't know what we have to look forward to for the rest of the life of this dog. I mean, see how his bark's gonna change. He just like starts wearing tutus or something. I have no idea what's gonna go on with this dog. I only told you guys that story because October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and I feel like we need to bring some attention to canine sexual assault. Speaking of domestic violence, how many people out here married tonight? Hey, guys, you ever accidentally beat your wife? Just me? Okay, I'll tell you an interesting story. My wife is a little younger than I am. We were getting ready to go to the movie. And she's real playful, but my wife is 5'8". She's about 135 pounds, so she's little. I can just, beat her off like little kids did. Like how Willis used to hold Arnold Jackson, he'd be swinging, and she couldn't get to him. So she's little, she was playful, and we were getting ready to go to the movie. She's jumping around, trying to tickle me and everything, and I'm not ticklish. I look like I should be. I'm not ticklish. That's just really annoying. So she's trying to tickle me, and I was like pushing her away, like, no, we gotta get ready to go to this movie. And I accidentally pushed her, and she hit her head on the corner of the wall. And being the caring, loving husband that I am, I said to her, see? I told you to stop playing. And so we left, and we went to the movie. She fell asleep, and then when we were getting ready to leave, she was still asleep. And she was complaining about a headache. It might have had something to do with the wall earlier. I'm not sure. It was a good movie, though. She couldn't tell me anything about it. But October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And domestic violence can happen to men, too. Just for the record, the other week, my wife and I went to a restaurant, and it was a retard coming towards the restaurant, and I was holding the door, and she punched me. And I was thinking to myself, why did she punch me? And she told me, get off my damn bus. And I said, we're not on a bus, we're at a restaurant. And then she just walked away. And that's like a weird way to end that story. But that's really all that happened. She just touched me at the doorway and then walked away. And I didn't think that was cool at all. But she was handicapped, and so I couldn't punch her back. Plus, she was white, and I would have immediately went to jail. And we was in public. So that didn't go well for me. It was a good situation. You remember back in the day, you used to be able to call people retards? Like if you seen somebody and they had a big head and a little face, you used to be able to